So we've talked about vertical and horizontal asymptotes. The last one we have to talk about is a slant asymptote. So y'all, a slant asymptote, like if this is vertical and this is horizontal, which way do you think slant? Yeah, slant's going to be like this. And y'all, if it's like this is just a straight line, isn't it? So it's y equals mx plus b. So this happens when the top is exactly 1 bigger than the bottom. So what's the highest exponent on top and the highest exponent on bottom? That tells me that the horizontal asymptote is none, right? Because it's top heavy. But 1 bigger tells me there is a slant asymptote. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to I'm going to factor on top to make sure nothing cancels. So I'm going to have x minus 2 and x plus 1. So does anything cancel? So is there a hole? There is no hole. So next, what's my vertical asymptote? X equals 1. So I'm going to go ahead and dot in x equals 1. Since the top is bigger by 1, I want to know what the slant asymptote is. And so this is how we're going to find it. I'm going to take the top, which is going to be 1, -1, and -2. And I'm dividing it by x minus 1. And so if I'm synthetically dividing by x minus 1, what am I really going to have to divide by? 1. So I'm going to divide by 1. So when I'm doing synthetic division, I'm going to bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And what do I get here? 0. And so here's the best part of this. We can stop. I mean, I'm going to keep going so you can see what's 1 times 0. And I get -2. I don't care what the remainder is. We don't care. I just want this part. And so if I started at 2, this is y equals x plus 0, right? And the plus 0 is the y-intercept. And what's the slant, what's the slope? 1. So that's going to be up 1 over 1, correct? Up 1 over 1. So if we are up 1 over 1, let's do, this is at 1, and here's 1, so we're going to have like a dot here. So if we draw, we're going to dot it. So our slant asymptote is y equals x. And now, if the y-intercept is 0, 0, what's the x-intercept? 0, 0. On your quiz, some of you don't have that. I don't understand. Some of you had 0, 0 for one, and then like 0, 5 for the other one. Like, they have to match. They have to match. All right. So, what do I not have? I don't have a horizontal. If you have a slant, you cannot have a horizontal. You have to have one or the other, but you can't have both. I don't have any points, so I don't know where my branches are. So this is 1, correct? So I'm going to go ahead. Can we try 2? I'm going to do f of 2. If I do 2, I get 2 minus 2, which is 0. So I get 0 on top and -1 on bottom. So I'm going to get 2, 0. So I'm going to go here, 2, 0. So right here is a point, correct? So if the point is here, then that means the branch is in this little quadrant right here. And the slant asymptote is going to work just like the vertical and the horizontal. We're going to go towards the slant asymptote and then toward the vertical asymptote. So I already know what f of 0 is, 0. So I'm going to try f of -1. So if I put negative 1 in here, I'm going to take negative 1 minus 2, and that gives me negative 3. And then negative 1 plus 1 is what? 0. So what's 0 divided by everything? So I'm going to get negative 1, 0. So negative 1, 0 is right here. So that tells me where my second branch is. I'm going to go this way and this way. Okay, I'm going to help you graph, but this is good practice, so whatever you missed on the quiz, I can fix right now. So try to fill these in, and then we'll go over these. And then all right, so what do I start with? Always. Domain. So domain comes from the top or the bottom? Bottom. So it's all real numbers except x cannot equal what? This is negative 1. Negative 1 is the top, right? So we're going to do the bottom. All right. So my vertical, so on top, I get x plus 1 times x plus 1. Does anything cancel? So is there a hole? So now that I know there's no hole, now I can do my vertical asymptote, which is going to be x equals 0. So if x equals 0, it's this way. Vertical is up and down. So next, the exponents are what I look at for the horizontal asymptote, but it's top heavy. So do I have a horizontal asymptote? None. But is it one more? If it's one more, what do I have? I have slant. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 1. And y'all, what factor am I checking? I'm checking 0, right? This is x plus 0 on bottom. So we're checking 0. I'm going to bring the 1 down. That gives me 0. I'm going to add. When I add, I get 2. 2 times 0 is 0. And I get 1. Do we care about the remainder? We do not. So I'm going to get y equals x plus 2. So this is your slant asymptote. So if it's y equals x plus 2, I'm going to go up 2. And then I'll go up 1 and over 1. I'm going to get a straight line. Okay, how do I get the x-intercept? I'm going to set this equal to 0. Is that what somebody said? Yes? So if I set it equal to 0, I'm going to get x plus 1 times x plus 1 over x. So what's 0 times x? 0, right? So then what do? I want to set this equal to 0, correct? So I'm going to get x plus 1 equal to 0, and that tells me my x is negative 1. But they're the same, correct? So I only get one x-intercept. I'm going to get negative 1, 0. Now my y-intercept, what equals 0 on a y-intercept? X is going to equal 0, correct? So, y'all, what happens if I put 0 on the denominator? Can I have that? I can't have it, so this is none. This tells me I can't touch the y-axis. And y'all, does that make sense? What's on the y-axis? The vertical asymptote, so we can't have a y-intercept. So what am I missing? So let's see here, negative 1, 0. going to be here. So that tells me this one is going to go like this. So then, what do I have to test next? I need to know where it is over here. So can we do f of 1? Is that all right? So if I do that, I'm going to get 2 times 2 over 1. So I'm going to get 1, 4. So if I get 1, 4, it's here. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to point out to you before you close this. When you get your quiz back and you're looking down your list of things, I want to point out a couple things that are here. First of all, vertical asymptote is x equals 0. Did I just write 0? If you just write 0, that means nothing to me. If you don't have the x equal, it's wrong. Also, the horizontal asymptote would have to have y equals, right? There are no slant asymptotes. The whole, it's 2 points, right? Also, y'all double check. If you have 0, 0 for something, for x-intercept, then what's your y-intercept? It can't be something different, right? They have to be the same. Also, we always start with the domain. Always, before we cancel, we do this line. And then, what do we check for next? Holes. Okay? All right. Before I give you your quizzes back, does anybody have any in general questions? None? Okay, put off your desk.